400 junior border guards, by the way, officially will be assigned today as law enforcement officers. And this will happen in Pretoria at the SAPS Training College. So it's the first time that Border Management Authority will be hosting its law enforcement pass-out parade, and Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is there. Good morning. It is a red letter day for border management, and they've been facing a number of questions watching you chat with officials since this morning around the tightening up of our borders and whether, those who've now been deployed will be fit for purpose. Just talk to us about some of the interactions you've been having this morning and what's expected to unfold in terms of the official program. Nqobile.
Well, Iman, I can tell you that those 400 officers are expected today, of course, to be given that opportunity and the tools of trade in terms of going into the field and being able to do their work. We do expect that out of those 400 people, quite a chunk number will be going to Bait Bridge, whilst the other will go to Libombo Bridge. Now, you will know that these are the areas of focus mainly because there are some of the issues that have been highlighted, from human trafficking, smuggling, as well as going far as the sort of crimes that happen cross-border. So they do need more manpower to be on the ground. But of course, all of this happens because there's also an interministerial committee that looks into the issues that are affecting our borders and ensuring that there is a chance of fighting those cross-border issues. Then we do have Home Affairs, and I want to bring in the Deputy Minister now to speak to us about the position of Home Affairs, because, porous borders, of course, means that there are illegal immigrants that are coming into the country, and that is a great concern, of course. Talk to us about then how BMA helps you in that.
Well, the BMA was set up specifically to deal with the issue of porous borders. It comes in as a single command and control in the border environment, and there's a lot of work that they've done. Today we're here to witness the pass-out parade for the 400 border guards, which are in addition to the 200 that we previously deployed, which were also in addition to the 2,400 staff that we received from the other departments, including the Department of Home Affairs. Now, the single command and control gives us the ability to deal with the porousness of our borders in terms of border patrol, making sure that we deter, because ours is not just to prevent people from coming in, but we must also psychologically deter them, that they must not think about coming in because they know that they will be caught. We have had patrols that have been happening. We have equipment that we are giving to these 400 border guards that we are sending out today, but the impact is there. In the past year, we have had about 220 million worth of illicit cigarettes that were stopped and confiscated in the border environment, which was meant to come to South Africa, which means that it will promote a formal economy, thus opening up chances for jobs to South Africans. So this is a very important entity, and we've been building it over years. If you look at 2019, it was only existing in paper, but now you've got staff at corporate head office, you've got staff in various areas, and even today we're expanding that particular staff through boots on the ground.
And of course, those boots on the ground, much needed. And I want to bring you back to an incident that happened in Gauteng a while back in Krugerstop, where we saw, and we were told, of course, that illegal immigrants were the guys that had raped a couple of women in that area. And of course, we saw that court case go on. And I want to bring you into court. In that area, we heard some of the people saying that they'd been in the country before and they were deported and they still managed to come in illegally. That's a great concern. How are you stopping that? Because that, of course, speaks to the illegal mining that Gauteng is experiencing at this point.
Yes, you will know that our responsibility is to deal with the illegal movement of people, and if they commit crime in the country, it's a crime and they must be punished for doing that particular crime. And the SAPS is deepening its capacity. We are here at their center. They are training about 10,000 more young people to deal with the criminal element of it. But in Home Affairs, we have a unit that is called Inspectorate that is responsible for making sure that people who have gained access and are within the country, who are not supposed to be in the country, are extradited and they are taken taken back to their countries. But now the problem has been the porousness of our borders, which means that you deport a person, the person will then come back tomorrow. But then the BMA is there specifically to deal and reduce incidences of the porousness of our borders, to make sure that people do not cross into the country illegal. And that is why we are capacitating the Border Management Authority, not just with the 400 border guards that we are sending off today, but with equipment. We are investing a lot in technology. We are also deploying, some of them are going to be maritime border guards who are going to be looking at our maritime environment. So all of these are efforts that the state is putting in to stop the porousness of our borders.
There was a fence that was built to ensure that there is a border between Zimbabwe and South Africa and Limpopo. That fence was an issue for some time, and we understand that SIU, of course, has recouped some money from that fence. But that still requires quite a number of people to be able to monitor that fence. And what are you doing then to continue to make sure that there is a way beyond just the human capacity to keep monitoring and ensuring that there is a border?
Well, we do agree that it cannot just be personnel only and human capacity on the ground. It also has to involve physical infrastructure that we deploy to be a deterrent for people to come into the country. But not only that, as I've said, that we are investing in technology, looking at issues of drones that will tell us which areas are more vulnerable than the others. They will tell us live movements and intended crossings, which make the legal resources that we have to be more impactful. So we are investing in technology, as well as the equipment that we have, which is on display here today. It also is able to assist us. Well, the issue of the fence was an unfortunate one, but we're happy that the law has taken its course. The necessary law enforcement agencies came in and dealt with an issue, which also is evidence that we have strong law enforcement agencies which are able to recoup what we will have lost.
Infrastructure as well. And I want to say to you, as we end this, could you perhaps give us an idea what Home Affairs' part?
Well, our part is to make sure that we grow up the Border Management Authority and have more of technology investment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll keep that conversation going, Imad. But a lot's being invested into technology, infrastructure, and just ensuring that there's more manpower on the ground.
Nqobile, thank you very much for that. Again, it's a story that we will continue to keep tabs on.